Children, today we are going to study plotting of points in coordinate plane. Before learning how to plot the point, we have to note down some keywords. First, plane. What is plane? The surface on which we write is called as plane. This is the page on which I have written. So this page will be called as plane. Second point, coordinate plane. The graph paper on which the two number line, one horizontal and one vertical, are drawn is said to be coordinate plane. The graph paper on which we write. This is the graph paper. This graph paper is containing the horizontal number line and the vertical number line. So this graph paper will be called as coordinate plane. It is also called as Cartesian plane. We can also say coordinate plane as Cartesian plane or XY plane. Second point, axis. The horizontal number line is called x-axis and the vertical number line is called y-axis. Again, on this graph paper we have horizontal number line. This horizontal number line is called as x-axis and the vertical number line is called as y-axis. Quadrant. The coordinate axis divide the plane into four parts called quadrant. This is the graph paper. We have drawn two number line, one horizontal and one vertical. These two lines are dividing this coordinate plane into four parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is first part. This is second part. This is third part and this is fourth part. All these parts are called quadrant. Always we write the quadrant from this direction. As we write C, we have to follow the rule of C. When we write C, we start here. So this is taken as first, second, third and fourth quadrant. Fifth point, coordinates. The distance of point from the y-axis is called x-coordinate or abscissa. The distance of point from the x-axis called y-coordinate or ordinate. This is the graph paper. If I take the distance from y-axis, if I take the distance from y-axis, then we get x coordinate, means the value of x. And if we take the distance from x-axis, then we get the y coordinate, means the value of y. Now here are some points that we have to plot on the graph paper. 2 and 1, 0 minus 3, minus 5 minus 5, 7 0 minus 2 3. All these points are called coordinates. What they are called? Coordinate. The first is called x coordinate, second is called y coordinate. First is called x coordinate, second is called y coordinate. First is the distance from y-axis, second is the distance from x-axis, or simply we can understand first is the value for x and second is the value for y. So let us plot it in the graph paper. Here we have the graph paper. First point that we have to plot is 2 and 1. 2 and 1. This is the horizontal line. We all know that horizontal line is expressed as x-axis and vertical line is taken as y-axis. So we have to plot 2 1. So 2 and 1. Where is 2? First value is for x and second value is for y. Both the values are in plus sign. Again, first of all, we're going to understand the coordinate. We are moving to the first coordinate, first quadrant. In the first quadrant, the value of x and y will be in which sign? That will be according to this number line. First quadrant have the positive portion of the number line of x-axis as well as of y-axis. So in first quadrant, the value of x is plus and value of y is also in plus. In second quadrant, the value of x is in negative sign and the value of y is in positive sign. So here we plot the point in negative and positive sign. In the third quadrant, the value of x is in negative sign and the value of y are also in negative sign. So here we plot the point minus minus. In the fourth quadrant, the value of x are in positive and the value of y are in negative. So we plot the point positive and negative. Always we take the first value of x and the second value of y. So keeping in mind these rule of quadrant, we will going to plot. Since both the points 2 and 1 that we have to first plot are in positive sign, and we know that positive sign comes in the which quadrant? First quadrant. This is the first quadrant. So 2 is the value of x and 1 is the value of y. We have to identify on the graph that where they will going to intersect each other. We are observing they are intersecting each other at this point. So here we can mark these two coordinate 2 and 1. So this way we can plot this point 2 and 1. Come to the next point that we have to plot is 0 minus 3. X is 0 and the y is minus 3. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. For y and x, both the value O is at the intersection point. O means the origin, the starting point of the axis, the positive and negative. O is called the origin. And this is taken at 0. So x is 0 and y is minus 3. Y is minus 3. So we will going to take 0 toward minus 3. So they will intersect each other at this point at minus 3 only. So on this y-axis we will get the point 0 minus 3. It will not lie in any of the quadrant. It will lie on the axis. Why on the axis? Because the value of y-axis is given. So it will lie on the y-axis. Come to the third point. Third point that we have to plot is minus 5, minus 5. X is minus 5 and y is also minus 5. And we know that in which quadrant minus negative and negative sign will be marked. This is which quadrant? Third quadrant. So x is minus 5 and y is also minus 5. We're going to find out where they will going to intersect. So they are intersecting at this point. So we'll get minus 5 and minus 5. Third point, next point that we have to plot is 7 and 0. Here the value of x is given but the value of y is 0. Since the value of x is given and y is 0, so it will lie on the x-axis only. And it is in positive sign, so it will lie on the positive side. So y is 0, x is 7, so they will intersect over here. So here we are going to get the point 7 and 0, the coordinate 7, 0. The last point that we have to plot is minus 2 and 3. Minus 2, x is minus 2 and y is 3. Minus and plus, negative and positive, we know they will be marked in the second quadrant. Minus and plus, x is in negative sign and y is in positive sign. So x is minus 2 and y is 3. We have to find out where they will going to intersect. So they are intersecting at this point. So here we'll get the point minus 2 and 3. So this way we can plot the points on the coordinate plane. Thank you.